Okay, welcome to this talk through on my Sci-Fi rifle. Before I actually start with this walkthrough, I just want to note a couple of things. First is sorry for the sound quality, which I've probably said before in some other videos, but I still haven't got to getting decent mic, which I'll do soon. Secondly, I apologise for doing this video so late. I should have really started earlier, but I just never thought on doing this. And thirdly, there may be stops and pauses because my video recorder's acting up, and I was installing something at the same time while I was doing this. So if there's any skips and stuff, I apologise. The rest of the videos won't be like that. So that's pretty much about it. So we'll get on with covering this video. Okay, so basically what I'm doing now is just looking over my subdivision, and you can see I've already put my control edges in there, so I'm just going to hide that. What I'm going to do now is just go over the plane tool, just basically rough out that shape that you can see there. I struggled with this bit because well, basically I've only had a side view shot, and I really didn't know how the mechanics work with this, so I sort of had to wing it. As you can see, now I was actually struggling to actually find the right side of the plane, going the totally opposite way. Happens sometimes. Okay, so I'm just dragging this on the right side so I can actually see it in the side view. There we go. Right, I'm just going to pull the length and width sex down to 1. That's 0. Right. Just convert that on a poly. I'm just going to basically drag that out to the approximate shape, like so. Hit it on the edges. Right. I'm just basically moving that about to find exactly a good angle I want to start with. Then I just select the edge and I just pull and drag it out like that, and then you just I'm just moving the vertices into place, getting the shape correct. And this is probably the most common method I use when I'm doing guns, especially. I often use planes and just drag them out in the correct shapes and using a reference, which is basically all the time. So I was just worrying about that edge being so squished up, but I just went with it. So I'm just continuing now to pull the shape out. I didn't want to put too many edges in here to make this semicircle, because it's a very the piece wouldn't be very what's the word? You wouldn't see it much in FPS view, so I just thought a couple of segments would do like that. Okay, so I'm just taking all that model now. What I'm going to do now is just go in and put a table smooth on that. 2 iterations, turn my ice lines, and see better. Okay, so now I'm just adding some control edges in to make it define the hard edges basically. Tail out now. Put that curve. But I wasn't liking how it fit around the circle. So yeah, I'm just pulling that out now. I'm just gonna bring it to the right side, in line with the cylinder. Yeah. Like I said before, I'm actually just guessing here. I didn't actually know how far it came on. And at the minute I'm just checking how the semicircle actually fits with this cylinder, and you can actually see that someone else had a go at this model. So let's just say how they did it basically. Of course, I wanted to make this model more my own, so I did actually vary it quite a bit. As you can see, I really was struggling to really get the shape going on here. But now I'm just lining up the edges a bit better. so they fit the circle better. Just getting distributed evenly. Put them back out. So it was pretty much trial and error with this, to be honest. Just testing and see what worked, see what didn't work. So I got some that I liked. Okay, so I originally was just gonna pull that out, but I thought better of it and did that. And I just applied a symmetry modifier to it eventually. Yeah. Just delete that song and convert it back to an editable poly once I've applied the symmetry. I'm just isolating this now, so I'm going to bridge the edges basically. But I wanted to keep one side open where the monopod would actually go into. As you can see, I left the last edge in. I'm going to bridge here. So now it's time to add some control edges in here so it doesn't go mushy. So I'm just going to bring this and do 2 connects and pull it to the edges, like so. But I also needed some running around the outside, the inside, so it didn't blend in. But as you can see, I was having a little difficulty, which I thought I'd encounter earlier on. So now I'm just gonna, because they're uneven, I just need to go into vertex mode and just pull them out. That will work a bit better. So I was actually pulling the wrong one out here, and I've eventually caught on that was the wrong one. I was just trying to really just trying to work out exactly what was going on here. Which I eventually found out there. I was just crossing over edges. So now I'm just going to pull the edges, the vertexes, sorry, up closer to the edge so it defines the shape better. Less inconsistency. Now a good tip to use here is I originally thought local would do it for parent, but it really didn't. Once again, it just went haywire. So going over the side and turn on edge constraint will actually just keep it so it follows the edge perfectly, which is always a big help. Doing the same here, just keep an edge constraint on, make sure I didn't warp the shape. Always remember though, always check to see if you've got edge constraint on, because sometimes you get some funny results. If you're pulling something and it's going totally the wrong way, you've probably got a constraint on, or using a local or something on the other way out. Okay, so I'm just finding my model again. Let's go pull it down. Apologies if the video is actually pretty sucky. I can't really tell at the minute, but I don't know if it's. I think my recorder is actually quite bad. I'll have to change it as well. So I'm just applying the default high poly shader that I've created beforehand, which really balances the light well. So I'm just working out exactly where I'm going to put it, the thickness of the pin, and the whatever you call it. I've got no idea what it is. So once again, whoa, what am I doing here? Right, now I'm actually just going in and adding the base, which like houses the monopod. I'll never get that right. So I'm just going to convert this to another poly. And as you can see, it's just like a straightforward upwards bevel, but actually made it more complicated than I should have. Ended up just scrapping this actually and just making it a normal bevel.